I was speaking with one of the girls who is accompanying us. She's from the Ministry of Information, and she was talking about how they really distrust everything that comes from the outside, whether it's Georgia or the bigger outside. But we had an interesting chat about President Saakashvili, and she was saying how much people despise him, and that really his reputation here is that just he's seriously mentally disturbed.
The Ossetian government gave us a local guide who took us on a tour. First stop, the local market. People were reluctant to talk to us at first because our guide was telling them we were Americans.
No, not America. Not America. No, not. Did you say America?
Yes.
No.
From London.
We're not from America.
From London.
From London, but it's not America.
Once our nationality was cleared up, people became friendlier.
Hello. So they've got lots of produce, as you can see. Ooh, spasiba. We thought there was no food in South Ossetia. Ah. Spasiba. Because this is what people say in Georgia.
Almost everyone in South Ossetia has someone close to them in the Ossetian army.
She
has a son, and he defends us from Georgians. She is afraid that his son may be killed.
Many here have already lost a relative. Our guide took us to the grounds of a school, where a makeshift cemetery was established during the Georgian bombardment.
Here is a father and a son.
And they were both killed during the war.
Yes, but it's horrifying, really. It's supposed to be a kid's playground. It's not supposed to be a cemetery.
So Georgia did a lot of heavy bombardment during the war here?
Yeah, there was heavy bombardment. There was a lot of looting. Georgian army and paramilitaries behaved in a terrible way. A lot of people were killed on both sides.
What does that say?
After I've lived through all of these tragedies, I know that you, my proud Ossetia, will win. Technically, our time is up and we have to leave right now because we were already stopped once by KGB here, and they checked our documents. So if we're stopped again, we're going to get kicked out because our accreditation time has run out. But we might try to persuade them to give us some more time here.
To buy some extra time, we persuaded our government guide to take us to a local restaurant. But she wasn't happy.
I suppose she's got a right to be fed up. Her brother, cousin and father are all in the army, along with all her neighbours. It's a very tense time. Are you worried for them?
Yes.
They are on the border with Georgia?
Yes.
Is it stressful time for your family? There is much stress within your family?
In the back, we found a group of young Ossetian soldiers who had taken a break from the front line to celebrate a birthday. They were too young to fight in the last war, but all were affected by it.
Our fathers died in that war. Now we're ready to die in a new war to protect our freedom.
You mean you have expected this, that it might happen again?
Of course we knew this would happen because we will never allow the Georgians to rule us. Throughout Ossetian history, they've always tried to push us around. We've never submitted to that and never will.
There were reminders of the influence of Moscow everywhere. Russian President Putin is a hero here. We were running out of time, and the KGB wanted us to leave.
Give me a new tape.
Our guides are getting a little worried about the KGB guys behind us, so they want us to leave right now.
Spasiba.
Not at all.
Thank you. I hope to see you again. I hope to see you both again.
So do I.
We just couldn't stay any longer, basically. We had a certain amount of time we were allowed to be here. And the KGB, as they still call them here, We're insistent that we leave.
The only opportunity for us to see the South Ossetian president, Edward Kokoiti, was on a videotape of him training with his army. He's dressed in combat fatigues. He thinks of himself as a military leader as well as a political one.
Yeah, he does, and he's preparing for war, and that's what he says here as well. This is basically to warn everyone that this is no joke.
Back in the Georgian capital, we were summoned to meet President Saakashvili, the man who's trying to reunify the country.
It's the president.
Hi, how are you?
Simon from the BBC. Hello.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. This is Will, and I believe you know Natalia. Where are you going now, sir?
I'm going to meet, there is more population of people from opposition ethnic origin that came here for demonstration.
Right.
And basically, well, they didn't expect to meet me, but...
You're going to go and say hello?
Yes.
And what are they out here demonstrating for?
For peace. For peace, that's what we want as well. It looks like Russians want to stir up trouble on the border there, but we are trying to keep things calm. We don't need any other bloody clash there.
And how difficult is the situation vis-a-vis South Ossetia at the moment?
Well, it's a very small piece of territory, but it looks like that for Russians it's kind of marginal line of defense. God knows for what interest. So,
right.
On the one hand, we are trying to settle things. On the other, it's the kind of leverage over us.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you worried about the possibility of conflict? Is it a serious possibility?
Well, there is chance that there will be clash, but we hope it won't happen.